Hello friends, welcome back to my channel The Logical Learning. In this video, we will learn different types of investment options available in India along with their advantages and disadvantages. First, we will quickly see what is meant by investment. So what is an investment? An investment is an asset occupied with the idea of making it work so that it will provide income in the future or will later be sold at a higher price for a profit. An investment is done with two intentions. First is to generate income and second is to have capital growth. One of the obvious feature of investment is that it is inseparable from risk and they both go hand in hand. Investments are categorized into three parts which are as follows. First is investment in financial asset, second is investment in physical asset, and third is investments in cryptocurrencies. Now we will see some of the famous types of investment options available in India along with their advantages and disadvantages. First we will see equity shares. Equity share is a small part in joint stock company's capital. By investing in equity shares, investor becomes owner of the company in proportion to his investment and can vote in the decision-making process of the company. In return, investors get dividend, which is a proportionate part of company's profit in a year. Now we will see what are the advantages of investing in equity shares. First is it gives highest capital appreciation. Second is equity shares are highly liquid and marketable securities. Also, it has the highest amount of transparency as data of the company is regularly shared with the equity shareholders. It also gives tax benefit under Section 80C of Income Tax Act. Investors also enjoys some additional benefits such as right issue, bonus issue, etc. There are some disadvantages of investing in equity shares. First is the prices of equity shares are highly volatile and they depend upon the demand and supply factors. Investing in equity shares require expertise and detailed analysis of the company before picking any stock. While investing in equity shares, you may suffer losses in short-term period. At the time of winding up of a company or when it comes to getting dividend, equity shareholders gets the last preference. Second type of investment is preference shares. Preference shares have the combination of equity and debt. In one hand, they get fixed dividend and get preference over equity, and on the other side, they don't get any voting or decision making right in the company. So what are the advantages of investing in preference shares? The dividend which you are going to receive once you have purchased preference share is fixed. They get preference over equity stocks. Third is, it can be converted into equity after maturity. If you have purchased convertible preference shares, then you have an option of converting it into equity stocks after its maturity. It is less risky as compared to equity. Disadvantages of preference shares are, it gives very low capital appreciation. Preference shareholders do not enjoy any voting rights or interference in the decision making of the company. In preference shares, returns are low as compared to equity shares. Another type which we are going to see is debentures. Debentures are debt instruments through which companies pool funds and give fixed interest rate in return to the lenders. They are issued generally for long term and have a fixed maturity period. Investors of debentures are known as creditors of the company. So what are the advantages of investing in debentures? Investor will get a fixed interest rate from the company. It is considered as safe and less risky. It can be converted into equity after maturity. If you have purchased convertible debentures, then you will have option of converting your debentures into equity at the time of its maturity. They get preference in payment over equity and preference. So the sequence will be debenture holders, first preference, and then in the last equity shareholders. Now, what are the disadvantages? You will not have any capital appreciation once you have invested in debentures. Then of course, debenture holders are not the owners but are the creditors of the company. They do not have voting rights and they cannot interfere in decision making process of the company. And debentures are the return on debentures, whatever you will be earning, will be taxable income. Another is bonds. Bonds are long-term debt instruments issued by the company or government to the public. The holder of bond is a lender to issuing company. Bond is generally for long term and have a fixed maturity, and returns of bond are called as coupon rate. In general, interest rate, but for the bond they are called as coupon rate. So what are the advantages for bonds? It gets a fixed coupon rate, then they are less volatile, and they are considered as safe investment. Disadvantages: it have limited returns and it cannot be converted into equity, and bonds are generally for long term period, so your money gets stuck for that much amount of period. Next is fixed deposits. Fixed deposits are mostly preferred by traditional investors. So fixed deposit is a type of bank account which a commercial bank offers, in which an investor keep money with a bank for a specific period in return of some interest given by bank, which is determined by monetary policy of Reserve Bank of India. Advantages of investing in fixed deposits are: it is one of the safest investment option and it do not require much due diligence. If you have a saving account in that particular bank, only you have to do is you have to approach them that I want to open a fixed deposit account, and your work will be done. Then it also gives tax benefits. What are the disadvantages? It will give you very low returns and your money gets stuck for that period, and if you want to withdraw your money before its maturity, you may have to pay penalty for early withdrawals. Then it does not help beating inflation. The returns are so low that they may not be able to beat inflation. Next are mutual funds. A mutual fund is a pool of money collected from many investors to invest in securities like stock, fixed income securities, money market instruments, and various other assets. Mutual funds are managed by professional fund managers who allocate the fund's asset and attempt to produce capital gains or income for the fund's investors. What are the advantages of investing in mutual fund? First is it is professionally managed by the expert and experienced staff. Second is you have multiple options available in mutual fund. There are different schemes which are available. If you want to have more detail on that, please watch my video on types of mutual funds. It also gives you tax benefit under section 80C, and as equity you don't have to track the market for mutual fund on a continuous basis. What are the disadvantages? It will involve a management fee which you'll have to pay to the AMC, that means asset management company or a mutual fund company. Some mutual fund have lock-in period, so your money gets stuck for that particular amount of time, and then you don't have any control over your portfolio designing. AMC will decide in which combination of stock or other securities they want to invest. You cannot decide on that. Next is Public Provident Fund. It is a scheme in which investor can open a public provident fund account and can invest a small portion of the income into it on a monthly basis. Let's say it's give interest on the investment and generally are for long period of time, and the interest earned and the returns are not taxable income. One of the best advantage of investing in public provident fund is that the interest earned also and the returns, they are not taxable income. It helps investor in accumulating the retirement funds. It is generally chosen by people who are planning for their retirement or who are saving with the aim of their retirement corpus. So what are the advantages? It helps in retirement planning. Second is have a compounded interest rate. Next, it gives a lot of tax benefits. Then it's considered as very safe investment, and investor also have a facility of partial withdrawal at the time of need. What are the disadvantages? The returns are comparatively low and they are not suitable for short-term returns, and they are less flexible in nature, and your money gets stuck for a long period of time. Then National Savings Certificate. It is a government provided scheme which can be availed through post office, which gives you fixed interest rate. It promotes regular savings and generally made for low to middle income groups. They have a fixed maturity period and fixed rate of return. What are the advantages? It is very much suitable for small investors who want to save regularly. It gives you tax benefit. Then it is considered as safe investment and it will give you fixed returns. That means it will be a less risky investment. So what are the disadvantages? That of course the returns will be low and it is not suitable for capital appreciation. If you want to have capital appreciation along with income in your investment, then you must go to equity or real estate, etc. Then it have a fixed tenure. That means for that particular amount of time your money will get stuck into that investment. Next is life insurance. So insurance is a legal contract between two parties in which the insured party transfers its risk to the insurer and in return he has to pay premium. Life insurance along with a risk management tool can be used as investment in which an investor can earn healthy returns. So we'll see what are the advantages. It is a risk guarding tool. While purchasing a life insurance, you transfer your risk to a third party named as insurance company. Then it gives tax benefit under 80C. It is considered as safe investment. Then it gives you financial security. At the time of contingency, you will get some financial assistance from the insurance company. And again, it have multiple options available. If you want to learn more on that what are the different types of life insurance available in the market, please watch my video on types of life insurance. The link is given in description box. So what are the disadvantages of life insurance? That it involves surrender value. For example, if your life insurance have a fixed tenure and if you want to withdraw your money before that particular tenure, you will have to pay certain charges to the insurance company known as surrender value. In life insurance, the premium is determined by the age of the investor. So if you are an old age person, your premium may be likely to be high. And then there is always a risk of rejected claim. Once the contingency happened, you need to file a claim with the insurance company, and if you are not able to provide all the documents and follow all the due diligence, there may be a chance that insurance company will reject your claim and you will not get any compensation. Next is real estate. So it's a type of investment in physical asset. In this, investor invests in physical properties or land and enjoy two types of return on it. First is income as rent and second is increment in property value. So it is one of the oldest method of investment. So what are the advantages? Of course, it gives you high returns. It is very easy to understand and it beats inflation, because as and when the inflation rises, the property rates also grow. then it generates healthy income for an investor. So what are the disadvantages? It requires huge registration fee. Even while you are purchasing or you are selling, you have to pay registration fee to the government. Then it requires a heavy investment. When I'm talking about equity, when I'm talking about mutual fund, you can barely minimum start with 500 or 1000 rupees, but for real estate you have to have a investment amount of which is in lakhs. So this is one of the disadvantage. And then it is less liquid as compared to other investment. Next is gold, one of the favorite investment of Indian people. It is one of the favorite and preferred investment options by investors, and gold can be purchased in two ways. First is in physical form and second is in electronic form, that is ETF. What are the advantages? It helps in getting loan. You can take gold loan. If you have gold, you can keep it as mortgage and you can take loan on it. Second is it's comparatively safe investment. Third is it helps dealing with inflation. As and when inflation rises, again the prices of gold will also increase. Then it's a simple investment. You don't have to do much analysis on that. It's a very simple type of investment. What are the disadvantages? It will give you a storage issue or a safety or security issue, specifically when you are holding a physical gold. Storing and keeping it safe becomes very difficult. Second is low appreciation in short term. And third is it beat inflations but do not provide high returns. It will help you in beating inflation, but their returns are not high as compared to the other investment options. Next is post office savings schemes. It is a monthly savings scheme provided by government for small investors and operated through post office. It promises the investors guaranteed returns and interest rates are fixed. It is one of the best tool to promote regular saving habits among the investors. So what are the advantages? It is again safe investment because it is backed by the government. Second is their returns are also fixed, so they are comparatively less risky, and they promote saving habits among the investors. What are the disadvantages? It do not give any tax benefit, and the maturity period is minimum of 5 years. So if you want to withdraw before 5 years, you will have to pay certain penalties. Then it is not suitable to earn high returns. Another type is money market instruments. So what are money market instruments? They are the market for short-term securities which deals in highly liquid securities which have a maturity period of up to a year. It has several instruments such as treasury bill, certificate of deposit, commercial papers, repurchase agreements, bankers acceptance, and so on. So what are the advantages? It is a secure investment, very liquid, and then it gives you fixed rate of returns. What are the disadvantages? It is not suitable for long-term investments and they usually do not provide any tax benefits. The last one is cryptocurrencies. They are very modern in nature and recently introduced in the market. So what are cryptocurrency? It is a digital or virtual currency and they are decentralized network based which runs on blockchains. So they are generally not issued by government authorities and are managed independently. The first cryptocurrency which was introduced was Bitcoin. Later on, several more such currencies were introduced such as Litecoins, Ethereum, Ripple, Zcash, etc. So what are the advantages in investing in cryptocurrencies? It have very lower transaction fee and it runs on blockchain. Hence, you don't need any kind of intermediary to purchase cryptocurrencies. And the another advantage is that they give very high returns. What are the disadvantages? As they give high returns, of course, they have to be highly risky because risk and return have a direct relationship. So they are highly risky and they are non-regulated investment. They are not regulated by any central authority and they are banned in few countries. So if in your country it is banned by your authorities, then you will not be able to deal in cryptocurrencies. So thank you for watching. I hope you understood all the investment options which I have covered in this video. Please hit the like button, share among your friends, and subscribe for more such videos. Till that time, take care. Bye.